Good morning, listeners of Hot Topic and Fresh News. Today, June 19th, 2024, we're facing a global crisis as heat waves blanket the Northern Hemisphere. In the United States, a potentially record-breaking heat wave is on the horizon, while wildfires rage across the American West. Greece has seen its earliest heat wave on record, leading to the tragic deaths of tourists and the closure of historical sites like the Acropolis in Athens. Over in Saudi Arabia, the blistering heat has claimed the lives of several pilgrims during the annual Hajj pilgrimage due to heat stroke. The situation is critical worldwide, with over 1.5 billion people experiencing life-threatening temperatures as early as May. Scientists warn that human activities are the primary driver behind these extreme temperatures, contributing to 92% of last year's warming. Additionally, the probability that our planet will warm 1.5 degrees Celsius beyond pre-industrial levels by 2028 is alarmingly high. Public health experts are sounding the alarm on the resilience of global communities against climate change, noting a disturbing increase in feelings of helplessness among populations. This lack of agency is particularly acute in poorer households and among women, highlighting a significant disparity in resilience to climate impacts. Despite these urgent warnings, political movements in the West show a troubling lack of focus on climate change. This comes at a time when the UN Secretary-General, Antonio Guterres, urgently reminds us that our planet is communicating distress, a message we seem to be ignoring. Stay tuned as we continue to monitor these developments closely. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Hot Topic and Fresh News. I'm your host, Emily, coming to you from the bustling city of New York. Joining me today is David, our brilliant political analyst from San Francisco. We're here to dissect today's most pressing news stories, and trust me, you won't believe what's coming up. Stay tuned!
Thanks, Emily. It's great to be here and dive into these complex issues. Today's topic is especially critical as it affects us globally and locally.
Absolutely, David. And to all our listeners, remember, this podcast airs daily on Hot Topic and Fresh News. If you enjoy staying on top of the latest news and want to support us, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, enable notifications, leave your comments, and share with your friends and family. Your engagement is what keeps us going.
And it's not just about staying informed. Understanding these issues helps us prepare and respond more effectively to global challenges.
Indeed, David. Today, we're talking about a topic that impacts billions worldwide and could lead to significant changes in how we all live. Hot off the press.
With these unprecedented heat records, could you explain the link between El Niño and human-induced greenhouse gases?
Absolutely. Researchers have found that the El Niño climate pattern, which naturally fluctuates, is exacerbated by decades of greenhouse gas emissions from human activities. This combination significantly intensifies global temperatures, pushing them beyond normal records.
And how significant is the impact of these temperature increases?
It's extremely significant. The increase in global temperatures has been relentless, with May marking the 12th consecutive month of temperatures surpassing all records since the year of 1850. This trend is not only continuing but expected to worsen, with scientists predicting that within the next 5 years, we might see the hottest year on record globally.
What does this mean for global populations, especially in terms of health?
It's a dire situation. By the middle of the century, it's projected that 5 billion people will experience at least a month of life-threatening heat when exposed to the sun. This level of heat can lead to severe health crises, particularly in regions without sufficient infrastructure to mitigate these temperatures.
Considering these projections, what should we expect in terms of global resilience?
The resilience against such extreme climate conditions is currently inadequate. The escalated temperatures test the limits of our preparedness and response capabilities worldwide. There's a pressing need for significant enhancements in how we predict, respond to, and mitigate climate impacts, especially in vulnerable communities.
How significant is this heat wave in Asia in the broader context of climate change?
It's unprecedented. We're seeing temperatures ranging from 100 to 120 degrees Fahrenheit across Asia, from the Philippines to India. This isn't just a statistic, it's a brutal reality impacting millions, possibly the most extreme event in world climatic history.
What makes these high temperatures so deadly in regions like the Middle East and South Asia?
The key factor here is humidity. In these areas, humidity combines with extreme heat, significantly hindering the body's ability to cool itself through sweating. This can turn deadly very quickly, especially in regions where many don't have access to indoor air conditioning.
There's also mention of a global divide in experiencing these effects. Could you elaborate on that?
Absolutely. While wealthier nations in the global north might experience milder winters and more manageable summers, the harsh reality hits poorer, hotter countries hard. These regions often lack the infrastructure to cope with extreme heat, making every summer increasingly dangerous.
And what about the societal impacts, especially regarding resilience?
The recent World Risk Poll Resilience Index shows a concerning trend. There's a growing sense of helplessness among people globally about protecting themselves from future climatic disasters. This is particularly pronounced in less wealthy communities where resilience is significantly lower.
Does gender play a role in how resilience is experienced?
Indeed, it does. The research indicates that women's resilience scores are equal to or lower than men's in all 141 countries surveyed. This underscores the urgent need for targeted interventions to empower women, which is crucial for enhancing overall community resilience to climate change.
Speaking of global efforts, how are political developments in the West influencing climate action?
It's a mixed bag. In Europe, green policies are facing significant pushback, triggering a nationalist reaction in recent elections. This resistance complicates any unified approach to climate change within the region.
And in the United States, what's the situation with environmental agencies under political pressure?
There's a real concern among federal scientists about safeguarding their work. With the potential return of Donald Trump, who has been critical of environmental regulations, these agencies are strategizing on how to protect their mandates and continue their crucial work on climate.
With all these challenges, what's the message from global leaders like the UN Secretary General?
Antonio Guterres has been very vocal, stressing that our planet is essentially sending us a distress signal with these rising temperatures and extreme weather events. Yet, there seems to be a significant gap between these warnings and the global response. It's clear more decisive action is needed, and quickly. Thanks for tuning into Hot Topic and Fresh News today. We delved into the escalating global climate crisis and its diverse impacts across different regions. It's been enlightening discussing these critical issues with you. Please subscribe and activate notifications so you never miss our discussions. Your engagement truly enhances our community. Feel free to share our episodes widely, on social media, in personal conversations, wherever discussions flourish. And if something today struck a chord, we'd love to hear from you in the comments.
And remember, we're here unpacking the big stories for you every day. You might want to keep your calendar marked for our show times. There's always something intriguing on the horizon. And hey, who knows what we might uncover next? It's always an adventure here at Hot Topic and Fresh News.
Once again, thank you all for joining us. We look forward to bringing you more insights and analyses next time.
Absolutely, your perspectives make our discussions richer. So, don't be shy, drop us a line or a like.
Stay in the loop, keep your eyes on the news, our channel's content will amuse.